Good day, fellas. I hope you are ready for your daily dose of skill, and oh boy, I must admit Wargaming tricked me pretty well. You know, a couple of days ago we had a sale of CS-52C as a brand new tank in the world of tanks for gold, and whenever I did initial testing or whenever I played with this tank for a couple of games as initial opinions, it looked okay. I thought it is between 3 and 4. The tank was fine. I mean, with its own issues and whatnot, but oh my bananas, how wrong I was, fellas. Listen, I played 77 games with this vehicle. I was doing 2.1 thousand damage, 1,000 assisting damage. That means it's very bad, fellas. That means it's very bad. Maybe I am the bad dancer who is playing like a kaku, right? But just for comparison, lately I've been playing with FCM50T, and soon you are going to see best of on the extra channel about this as well, right? And each person knows that FCM is horrible, right? And even with FCM, I managed to play better than with CS-52C, right? That's quite a problem, fellas. So if this tank will be on sale or something, if the tank isn't getting buffed, do not buy this shit. It's properly bad, right? It's just no bueno. I ended up rating this tank 2 stars on the index page. The most important highlight is the gun handling. Gun handling is absolutely disgusting and it's disgrace, right? And plus on top of that, where the armor goes, what armor? This tank has no armor whatsoever, you know? You can look at this however you want to, it's just not great, right? When we have this out of the way, I am going to play a couple of more games with this vehicle just to highlight the weaknesses of the tank, right? And hopefully you will save some money in the future. If it happened to be that you have bought the tank whenever I said, yeah, the tank is okay and whatnot after first impressions, my apologies, that's not what I'm looking for, and usually I'm trying to dig deeper, and usually my first impressions are correct. This time it wasn't, because I said it is between 3 and 4 and it's not too bad. In reality, unfortunately, it is pretty bad. But once again, whenever you are judging the tank from 3 or 4 games or whatever that is, it can be you can get the things wrong. Sometimes you just need to take the tank for 50 battle spin. You need to have a session, and sometimes session isn't enough. You need to have 2 sessions just to see maybe you had a bad luck or something, and then you can see how the things are looking like. And also I have no doubts whatsoever that there are some folks that loves this tank, right? There are some folks who enjoys this fast speed, and I would not say they go to the category of CS-63, which is a tier 10 Polish medium tank, because this tank isn't the same, you know? This tank isn't the same vehicle, even though it is a Polish tank and it's supposed to be a premium version, right? There is many things wrong with this tank. As an example, if you think gun handling of the CS-63 is bad, this tank is taking a cake of how bad the gun handling looks like, right? I can guarantee you that. In other words, do not have any expectations in order to hit the shots, and just try to do your best, right? Now, from the equipment standpoint, where equipment goes, or what I noticed that spotting build, since the tank is so stinker, since the tank smells like old eggs, okay? Have you ever had a situation whenever you forgot that you have an egg in the fridge or something, and after that you are thinking, what the bloody F the smell is, right? So this is the smell of this tank, okay? This is the smell of this vehicle now. It is definitely important thing to highlight. Okay. And obviously, even though I do not really appreciate this tank, right, I am trying to do my best anyways. I'm not trying to play bad on purpose. You can see that I am aiming my shots. You can see that I am trying to make a decent decisions. And I mean, this IS-3, I do not know how many times we bounced his side or we did not slapped his side, right? Quite unfortunate, but it is how it is. Not everything is that bad, and there is one thing what I need to highlight that is good. High explosives. Not penetration-wise, but overall damage-wise. If you are penetrating what you are hitting, you are going to do humongous 400 damage in the face, right? So I believe that definitely deserves a highlight, and that deserves a good sentence and good sentimental, right? Let's say like that. It is definitely a good stuff. Other than that, this is where the fun is ending. By the way, in this game, I mean, I am a top tier, I took the hill and whatnot. Everything looked pretty decent and pretty good, and in the end of the day, we are sitting with a 2,300, and I feel like that was a good game for this tank. I'm not even joking. That felt like it was a good game for this tank. What a vehicle. Now, please, let me know in the comment section down below, and obviously for potential buyers of this vehicle as well, how do you feel about this tank if you bought it, right? Do you feel like what I present here is correct, or do you feel like I am dramatizing the things and I am saying, this is the most horrible tank in the world of tanks, right? Feel free to share your thoughts and feel free to tell me what you think. And once again, it can be used by me to see what kind of opinion you have, and by the players who would consider buying this tank as well, right? 1,900 damage, 330 assisting damage, far away from being ideal. We made 110,000 profits, although most of the profits, or 50,000, is coming from completing the mission. One highlight, Wargaming feels that I'm going to shit-talk this tank. Fellas, look at the matchmaking. First of all, we have a tier 7 matchmaking. Now we have a tier 8 matchmaking. I'm telling you, someone in Wargaming is listening, okay? While I am shit-talking this tank into this microphone, okay? I can promise you that. I mean, how it can go this way that twice in a row I am a top tier. But you know what? Beggars cannot be choosers. I'm not going to complain about this. I'm not going to cry about this. It is completely fine. I am grateful, and thank you very much for giving us matchmaking like this. Now, we are going to make you proud, and we will try to punish enemies every single time whenever they are doing something silly. So now, we are aiming towards the enemy who may cross like this, right? Because someone definitely should go this way. We made sure to destroy this wall in front of us, so we can actually outspot someone going in, and everything will be pretty fine. Meanwhile, unfortunately, but there is no one who is making pressure this way, apart the Mr. Tiger. Good. Let's try to punish the tiger. That is a very, very good punishment towards the tiger side. That's absolutely amazing. Now, punishment towards the cover 2. Beautiful. So far, the gun treats us relatively well. Can we punish this guy once again? Unfortunately, we cannot. Now we have IS. We are trying to slap IS, but I managed to miss the shot, and that was full aimed shot, but that's okay. We are not going to complain over this. We are just going to accept it. And we are going to move on with our lives. That's okay. Now, what do we know and what do we have? We know that enemies they do not have too many forces sitting in this area, right? I believe that's clear, that's fair, we understand that. So what that basically means for us, we want to get involved to the best of our abilities, and we want to get as much use as we physically and possibly can over there. I mean, wow. Oh, okay, let's do that again, but this time for IS. Okay, there is no need to do that again for IS. Yeah, this is how I felt like whenever I was playing with this vehicle, or whenever I am playing with this vehicle. This is the pure love, pure happiness, and definitely not pathetic tank sounds, right? Once again, the biggest problem, in my opinion, is the bloody gun handling. If the gun would be somehow decent, the tank wouldn't be as bad, right? Or the DPM would be a bit better, you know? Then it would be kind of a 50-50 situation. But in this case scenario, what do we have over there? It's just not worth the hustle, you know? Does it make sense? Unfortunately, we cannot slap the living crap out of the enemies, and that kills me, you know? That is very annoying situation, trust me. And that's it, we are dead. Gun unreliable, there is no armor whatsoever. The speedy mode is kind of useless apart in the start of the game whenever you are going from the sector A to sector B if you want to take some kind of position quicker. I mean, look into this gun handling, fellas. Let's take a second to not a gun handling, armor. Let's take a second to appreciate it, right? 120 millimeters thickness. Cromwell can penetrate this tank. Okay, maybe you can side scrap. Side scrapping can look okay. Side scrapping can look okay if people do not shoot into the turret. Because whenever you side scrap one or another way, you are going to peak like this or something, right? So you can be penetrated into the turret without bigger problems whatsoever. This tank has absolutely nothing to offer. Absolutely nothing. And if you would take the higher tier would, I mean, or someone shooting hits, right? Absolutely madness, fellas. Absolutely madness how the things are looking like. I mean, track would cover quite a bit of the stuff, but anyways, turret is still very easy to penetrate. What I'm trying to say, do not buy this tank, fellas. Be warned, I am trying to do my best to tell you not to do that. Let's see the score. And we are back, fellas. 2.1 thousand damage, against the tier 6s. 43,000 profits. Because I'm not shooting gold. One more for a good measure. Okay, what do we have? Outpost standard battles. I am going with a spotting build in this type of situation, right? I'm not going to go into the middle because I do not really think it is worth it. But what I'm going to do, I am going to try to take maybe position somewhere over there, and I will hope that CVS would counter enemy forces or something, right? Meanwhile, we have plenty of the guys crossing into the middle. Pay attention at the aim time. Do you want me to say something? Do you want me to say something nice? There is nothing nice to say, fellas. There is nothing nice to say. I am trying to stay calm. I am trying to stay cool, okay? All the video purpose of today is to say how big of the stinker this vehicle is or can be, right? Absolutely ridiculous, fellas. Absolutely ridiculous. We are okay. We are going to be fine. We are going to survive. All we need to do in this situation is to chill, to take it easy, to wait until enemies will try to make one or another bad decision, right? Hopefully TVP will try to make pressure like this or something, and then we can get quite a bit of use. We know that there is someone sitting over there. We are very well aware of that, and we are hoping that our CVS will do the job and do the heavy lifting. Unfortunately, we cannot slap this guy, and that's okay. We are fine. We are just keeping it cool, fellas. We are just keeping it cool, you know? This is what we are looking for, and this is what we are aiming for. We just want to be cool as a bloody cucumbers, okay? We are just chilling. We are taking it easy. We are not overthinking too much. We are just trying to do our best. Now, since doing damage whenever you are having a spotting build is pretty much impossible, or I suppose to say it's very difficult, right? What we are going to do, we are going to get involved into this typical bush over there, right? He should not be able to see us, or maybe. No. Maybe. Definitely not. Okay, good. Now we are sitting in the typical bush over there. Now, if our TVPs will get slaughtered, and in my humble opinion they will, because that was too much of the pressure, plus on top of that there is some folks that are sniping towards our TVPs, maybe it's not going to be that bad. One TVP is dead, other TVP is dead. That was too aggressive, right? Now we have another problem, and our problem is that, unfortunately, but we do not really have anyone who is sniping for us apart this Waffle. I hope this Waffle will have a good situation of awareness, right? And he is going to eliminate everyone who would peek. Luckily, that was the case, and now we have some folks who are just simply pushing through the middle of the field, right? Quite unfortunate, but that's okay. We are chilling, and we are hoping that Liz will keep punishing this gentleman, right? That's what we need for a full happiness. I knew that I may get spotted here, and that is completely fine. We are okay. We are completely fine. We got our first shot of damage, and I never been proud, more proud of this. You know, we got the shot of damage, fellas. You can be proud of me. And I can guarantee you that I am proud of myself as well. Holy bananas, what a play, what a journey, what an experience. Now, how we can say hello for Mr. Kunze Panzer and TVP? I am going to risk it for the biscuit over there, okay? I am going to make as much pressure as I physically and possibly can in this way. Because I want to believe if we would make a good angle, this could be very, very, very good stuff for us. Yeah, as you can see, this is complicated. This is far away from being ideal, but oh my bananas, at least we are spotting. At least we are spotting. By the way, you see how pathetic this game is, and yet still we are pretty much saving Mark of Excellence. Even though this game is pathetic, we are still saving Mark of Excellence. I think that this vehicle, where the expectation values goes, will plummet over time, and at this point, I do not see the use of this vehicle in the game, okay? So once again, I hope this video described it pretty well. What you can expect from this tank and what you can get from this tank, okay? And trust me, fellas, I do not want to do the negative videos. I do not want to focus only on the negative bits or whatnot. I want to have some fun. I want to laugh, right? But this vehicle makes me laugh only from the tears, if you know what I mean. I mean, you know the situation when it's so pathetic and so sad that all you can do is laugh and cry in the same time? This is how it looks like for me with this tank. 300 damage, 2,000 assisting damage. Yeah, 43,000 profits, thank you very much for nothing, and our performance with this vehicle is 2 point something combined. Honestly, look, it is a bad session with this tank, unfortunate, but you saw how the games went. And look into the average performance. 1.4 thousand damage, 700 assisting damage. I can play another 3 set of games and I may get a better score, but that's not the point, right? While trying to play the game, this is all we have, and this is all we can expect from this tank. Horrible. I am not even going to mark this tank at the moment. I am just simply waiting until expectation values will drop down. Disgusting tank, fellas. Disgusting tank. Truly. Anyways, I hope this video was informational for you. I hope you enjoyed my pain and you had a great time. And see you tomorrow. Don't buy this tank. Never ever. If you know what would be fun? Fellas, remember my words. It would be fun if Wargaming would sell this tank in the loot boxes. Either Christmas loot boxes or Waffle loot boxes. Because let's get real. Every and each year we have loot boxes of the Waffle and Christmas. So that's what we can expect, right? And that would be laughable and that would be funny. And remember my words, how am I going to laugh if this tank is going to be on sale this way. Anyways, love you all. Take care. Have a good one. I'm out. Peace.